The B2S podcast is brought to you by Motivated Apparel. Motivated Apparel, the premier gear for motivation. A brand that motivates, inspires, and empowers you to stay motivated while chasing your dreams. Head on over to www.shiftmotivations.com/shop Motivated Apparel and grab yourself some Motivated Apparel today. Hey, what up, world? What it do? How's everybody doing? Welcome to the Blueprint to Success podcast. And once again, I'm your host, Mike Mariner, a.k.a. The Shift Motivator, joined by my co-host, my brother from another mother, Mr. Alxndr Hall. What's happening, my brother?
What's going on, man? What's cracking?
What's good, Snoop?
I'm just chilling,
Got
bro.
that chill voice.
I'm chilling. You know what? It's I feel good right now, man.
Yeah.
I feel good right now. A lot of things going on.
Yeah.
A lot of prayers being answered.
That's what's up.
Perspective being changed. So I feel good, bro.
Oh, yes, sir.
I feel good.
I see you got that green good right there.
Man, yo, this that, yo.
That
bro, this that fire. It's that fire,
rich tea.
yo, fire, bro.
That's what's up, man. And also joined to my right, your left, co-host, my brother from the same mother, Boy Wonda. What it do, baby?
Yeah, what's going on, man? You already know what it is, man. Since you Snoop, I'm 50.
And he making his face squinch like I'm too, bro.
Hey, yo, you already know, man. Get it like that, man.
Okay,
Hey, yo, what's up, y'all,
Can't
man?
take this guy nowhere, man.
Bro, I'm just happy, man.
What's good, bro?
Man, I'm just happy, dog.
That's what's up.
Like, life is well. The intimacy and my private time with the Lord is like really increasing, man, and
This is up.
I'm grateful for that. Bro, just had a concert this past weekend, so.
Oh yeah.
Oh man.
Oh yeah. That was dope.
Bro. And just to see somebody, give their life to the Lord after the fact, man.
Yep.
Like the very next day, I get a text message. It's like, yo, man, this has been one of my secret prayers I've been praying for a while. It's like, man, the presence of the Lord was in there. And it's just like, he's like, man, I want to give my life to the Lord.
Yeah.
And, I was like, man, that's the best news I heard all week, bro.
Yeah, that's what it's about, man.
That's the best news. So I'm on a high right now, man. Just grateful and thankful to be obedient in the position in the place I am in my life, man. Because, bro, next level obedience is necessary.
Mm-hmm.
We got to be on our game.
Yeah, man. That concert was dope, man. Oh man, that was. Whoo, man. Matter of fact, I even told the church what transpired that night actually. After the fact, and just how strong the presence of God was, and because it's the service Sunday morning. Oh, yeah. I told her, hey, I truly believe that this is a result of the deposit that was left from them guys last night from the concert. Wow. Because anybody that was spiritually sensitive on any level, you can actually feel the tangible presence of God from them guys, man, that came in and made the deposit. So shout out to, man, T Strike, Rick Reed,
yes,
Pastor Tim Moses, man. Them guys did their thing, man. And Boy Wonder, man, boy, it was like, I was like, man, yeah, them guys left a deposit that flowed over into Sunday morning service. Like, I'm glad we was able to partner up with you on helping you out with that. And
it's a blessing, man. It's teamwork, bro. And it's understanding the necessity of that. Like, this on a consistent basis is needed, bro, because, man, it used to be to where you couldn't figure out what show you wanted to go to because there was so much going on. But now it's just like
a few years ago.
I was popping off a few years ago, man. Exactly.
So it's kind of like, man, we gotta bring that back, man.
Yeah.
Like, even if it's just us going to different cities, that has to be tangible, man. God has to be tangible. And how can people have their lives changed if there's nobody out here being tangible or accessible,
Mm-hmm.
if they don't have the right amount of people that can kind of turn the light switch on for them,
Mm-hmm.
So
Mm-hmm.
I'm grateful, man. Just to see how God move, man. It shows us that how powerful what's going to transpire, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Because
Yeah.
for the next podcast, we the frontliners, so
Yeah.
you know it's
Yeah.
gonna be good. It's
Yeah.
gonna be good, bro.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That was some dope stuff, man. Yeah, man. Just I guess go ahead and I guess I'll go ahead and kick it off, man. We was actually in the conversation earlier. All
For
right,
real.
me and Dub was in the conversation earlier, and
Hmm.
yeah, and he had stopped to grab some lunch, and he had me on hold, right? So I'm listening to the whole conversation, and I'm like, boy, she ain't paying attention to nothing he just said. He done already spit out the whole
At
order, and
all.
she keep cutting him off, and then she asking him questions that he done already answer, and so, and I done already been in like numerous conversations about the
Hmm.
decline of customer service,
Yeah.
and it's crazy, man. It's like, and especially since the pandemic,
Hmm.
and us coming out and everybody opening back up, it's like, man, the customer service is almost like non-existent. So it's like when you get it, it's like a breath of fresh air,
Yeah.
because it's just like, here you go, either you're gonna accept it or you're not. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, well, where they do that at?
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? I won't be back. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
I was prepared to give a good tip, but nah, I'm deduct that from your tip.
Hmm. Hmm.
And so one thing and we'll get into that a little bit, Dub. I'll let you kind of kick that off, but just kind
Yeah.
of give the listeners a
Definitely.
real quick synopsis of one of the things, because like I always say, I'm a principle guy. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? Everything that you will listen to or read from me would be from a principle standpoint. You will get strategies and points and stuff like that, but the foundation has to come from a principle.
Right.
And so one of the principles I try to live by is having a spirit of excellence.
Hmm.
And one of the things, um, excellence doesn't mean like being perfect, like,
Right.
nothing missing,
Right.
and I'm just gonna get it right all the time.
Right.
That's not what excellence
No.
means. So one of the definitions of excellence is basically like having a first class experience.
Hmm.
So it's like, to my listeners, what are people getting when it comes to you as an individual? You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? As you, as a father, as a mother, as a business owner, as a brother, sister, what are people getting from you? Are they getting that first class experience?
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? To where when they come into your presence, it's a first class experience, or is it something else? You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Yeah.
Because you think about first class, you think about, man, hey, the service is going to be on a different level.
It is.
The products and services I receive is going to be on a different level. But then when you go expecting first class and you get a coach experience, then you be mad. You know what I'm saying?
The
You know what I'm saying?
intentionality
So I'm just
is
gonna
gonna
throw that
be
on out there right now as we get ready
yes.
to jump off into the discussion of the day, man. Talking about the podcast, man.
Yeah.
So y'all can chime in. Be Dub, you want to go in? From what you had experienced today, or however you want to go, bro.
Yeah, man. Even the intentionality is on a whole different level
Yeah.
because they're gonna engage you first.
Mm-hmm.
And when you talking about first class, bro, that's just top tier.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, it's top tier. It's something that is like you. The experience will leave you in such a awe
Mm-hmm.
that it'll change you to where it can give you leverage to give somebody else that first class experience.
I
And
like that.
and you won't even be shy about, yo, did you go to such and such?
Yeah.
Yo, dog,
You're
this
right.
good, this good, this you. There should be an excitement when somebody come around to you.
Mm-hmm.
Like there should be, man, that dude he's solid. Like
Right.
even I give you an example. Two of the guys, one of the guy, Adrian for Impact Music. We was back there. We was doing an interview. He was like, man, bro, you got a lot of wisdom, man. Like and just the answers I was just giving off, just
Mm-hmm.
experience, and I could tell his son was real engaged, like he was just locked in.
Yeah.
And so to hear that text message the following day, I was just like, oh, I didn't expect that, But
Right.
when you come around me, you gonna get a first class experience
Right.
regardless,
Right.
I was just gonna say that. Like
regardless.
I was on the break. I was waiting till you could take a little break, bro. Yesterday after um because right now we're in Wicked Prayer at church.
Mm-hmm.
So yesterday, friends of mine who I work with, Annie and her husband Todd. What's up, y'all? And we was talking yesterday after service, and Todd was like, "Man, where's Junior at?" And then he was talking about how, bro, one day, couple of Sundays ago, he was greeting because he a greeter
Yeah.
at the church.
I got
So
only imagine.
he at the door
Bro.
talking British, bro.
For real.
Talking straight British. Like,
Hello. How are you, sir? Welcome. Good to see you today.
and everybody still remember it.
Right.
He was like, man, he had me and my whole family laughing like I've never been not around you and experienced a first class
Yeah.
experience, bro. So I think this is really like your thing right here. I mean, I know everybody got their own niche, but
Right.
I'm not just
Right.
blowing horns. I'm just
Mhm.
saying like it's just you one of them people. That's all
Yeah.
I say about it. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Bro, I
Mhm.
believe in treating people with respect and dignity, man. Like, I value you.
Mm-hmm.
I value your soul. I value you as a person.
Mm-hmm.
I care about, I'm the type of person, if you're having a bad day, how can I help you get out of that funk? You know what I'm saying? Because it's like people need to just get away for a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
They need that first class experience. And just like you say with the pandemic, when
Mm-hmm.
it just went down, bro. It's just like to almost non existent.
Right.
And and we allowed the pandemic to condition us in a matter whether it's good or bad.
Mm-hmm.
And for the most part, it's kind of
Right.
lopsided, more bad than good, just off of customer service in general. Um, but when I was back there doing the interview, and he was just intense looking, and he asked another question. It's like, man, was it an easy transition for you to kind of separate from the friends in high school that you normally kind of be around? I said, well, it wasn't such a hard transition just because I knew where I was at, I know where they were at,
Mm-hmm.
and to me, I've always desired to do better
Right.
wherever I'm at,
Mm-hmm.
and is in I still love them to that degree. Like I
Mm-hmm.
don't treat them any different just
Mm-hmm.
because our views are different.
Right.
You still have to treat people with respect. You still have to love on people. You still have to treat them as a human being.
Mm-hmm.
So when I was back there and doing the interview, and I could tell he was locked in, it really touched him because I could sense where he's at.
Mm-hmm.
He's trying to figure out how can I live this lifestyle, but I'm still feel like I'm tugged over here,
Mm-hmm.
and that ain't really lining up with what I desire. You know what
Right.
I'm saying?
Right.
And so just being around here is like, man, yo, whatever you need, let me know. Like I want to connect, I want to do this, I want to do that. Any way I can help, let me know. This dude came all the way from Bradenton, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Like when you have people that come from afar,
Yeah. Yeah.
you can't help but give them first class experience.
Yeah.
And then another guy, Brandon, you know, when I talked about mentorship,
Mm-hmm.
and he's like, "Yo, man, I wanna be with you on that mentorship tip, man." I was like, "All right, let's switch numbers." So he calls me. I was at work. Then we switched texts. Like, "Hey, bro, I call you on my way to my second job." Like, "All right, cool." So we talking. He's dealing with a situation. Like, I wanted to talk with one of the artists, and
Mm-hmm.
just really let him know what's going on. And I didn't really get a chance. I said, "All right, cool. I got his number. I can hit him up." So I called him. Hey, strike. This is blase blase blase. He's like, "All right, shoot me the info. I got that." Texting him back, and like people want to see that you mean you stand
Mm-hmm.
by your word.
Right. Right.
That's one of the part of
Right.
the top tier
Yeah.
experiences. Like when they see you, oh,
Yeah.
because bro, when the last time you really seen somebody honor their word
Bro.
within customer service?
It,
They leave you
it's
hanging.
crazy. Bro, it's and that goes back to like I'm gonna share this, man. It,
Mhm.
like when I had did my first live event, right? That I did.
Yep.
I don't know if you remember,
Yep.
right? And we did it here locally. Nothing, no, nothing big or nothing like that. But
Right.
I was just, stepping out, like they say, do it afraid, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So, there was a, young lady that we had got connected, that was in the education space. So I was like, man, maybe I can reach out to her. Maybe, what I'm saying? It seemed like we're
Right.
kind of growing in this
Right.
industry together. So kind of like, so I was like, maybe I reach out to her, see if, she'd be
Mm-hmm.
interested in um, being on the lineup, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I hit her up, explained everything, say
Right.
basically, hey, this is not a paid event, this is a free event, so nobody's getting paid, right?
Right.
So the budget is like ain't no budget, like so basically, um, this and it's completely up to you, no strings
Right.
attached, none of that stuff. But if you accept the invitation, you can come set up your table, product, everything, whatever you want to do. That's cool,
Right.
but I'm not coming out of pocket. You know what I'm saying, or whatever. I mean, I'll take care of your travel.
Right.
I'll do that or whatever if need be. But outside, nah, ain't
Right.
no,
Right.
because it's a free event. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
So
Exactly.
she was like, yeah, yeah, man, that sounds great. I would love to be a part. Da 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 da. I get an invoice in the email. I'm like, oh, hold up.
Oh, so you told her it was gonna be a free event,
Yeah,
and she still sent you an invoice.
yeah. She sends me an invoice in the email,
So just never mind what you got going on.
bruh,
Oh, you gonna pay me? Okay.
bruh.
Yeah.
So I'm like,
Okay.
Chop like
I
Judah.
done been
Okay.
around the block a few times. You know what I'm
Right. Yeah,
saying?
for
So
sure.
so it's like, I'm like,
You ain't new to it. You true to it, baby.
I'm like, hold up, man. Boy, I said, hold on, let me calm myself down
She
first.
said you gonna pay.
I said, first of all, before I even make the phone call, let me calm myself down. I say, cause I'm a man of my word. Like you said, my word is my bond.
Exactly.
Yeah, for
I
sure.
say, first of all,
Exactly.
let me calm myself
Let
down.
me collect my thoughts.
And so I'm like, hold up, man. Hold up, swole up. I was like, okay. So all right, I called her. So she picks up. I'm like, you know what? Hey, how you doing? How your day going? Blah blah blah. I ain't just dive in.
Yeah.
So I was like, okay, well, okay, I got your email. Like, like, what's up? What's going on? Like, we already had this conversation that it's not a paid event, so therefore
Right.
there's no
Yep.
compensation on your part if you agree to those terms, in
Right.
which you did. So why are you sending me an invoice?
Exactly.
Oh well, some things have changed, and I got to find a babysitter, and then she just started rambling about everything that's changed. I'm like, well, hold up, that ain't got nothing to do with, ain't nothing with the situation change.
You
So
you said
you
yes.
said yeah to the agreement. Now, mind you, by this time, I done already had advertisement made with both our pictures on it.
Yep.
Hmm.
So this is just to show you, like, success is like, it's no joke. It's like you
It's
gotta take
not,
the good with the bad. So
bro. I'm
you
telling
know what
you.
I'm saying? It's not like poof the magic dragon.
Mm-mm.
So I'm like, we already advertising your name and everything. I know, we already got that out circulating everything. Advertising already circulating. And now you want to pull this stuff because I'm finna pull your plug. Like I don't do business like that.
No.
Like I would take the hit. You know what I'm saying? Because
Mm-hmm.
that's me. That's my
Exactly.
brand. That's my word. If I say I'm gonna do something,
I'm gonna do it.
I'm gonna do it. And if it doesn't happen, I'm gonna have an explanation on why it haven't happened, and then I'm gonna compensate for that. You understand
Exactly.
what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
It's
in
gonna
order for
make
you,
sense.
yeah, because even like I've heard, like, even after the pandemic, some people have had those first class experiences that where they paid for first class services,
Right.
and the service that they used to get because they traveled pre-pandemic,
Pre-COVID. Yeah.
when they got the first class, the treatment wasn't the same, but the prices went up. So it's like how and, unfortunately, that seems like the norm. Is like, I'm gonna
All the
give
way across
you
the board.
less, but you gonna pay me more. So so we had that conversation, and basically at the end, bro, I asked her off my, like, list. Period. I don't even deal with her. Period.
Yeah.
Like, I took off social media, everything. Like, I streamline everything. I don't want to connect myself with somebody like that. Like real life. It ain't about being perfect, but it's like at the end of
No.
the day,
It's
you
about honoring your
it's
word.
about honoring your, it's about honoring dignity and respect. Everything that
Exactly.
you talked about. You know what I'm saying? Because being trained by some of the top professionals, and them sharing me some of their experiences traveling all over the world speaking, and
Yeah.
corporate America, schools and different things of that nature, and certain things happen and how they've gotten treated and stuff like that, and how, like,
Right.
Mike, like this is just like any other industry. You can get blackballed like real quick.
Bruh.
They tell you, like, hey, if that's not your expertise and they want you to come speak, refer that thing out, because if you go there and bomb, bro, it's gonna be hard to come back from that. Like, in
Oh
this
yeah.
industry, you can get blackballed like real quick, and I had no idea. I'm like, what? It was like, yeah, bro, you like in this speaking industry, yeah, you can get blackballed like real quick. Your career be ended before it even started.
Before you even get off the
It's
ground.
like, wow, man. But it's just like, man, it's just like we got to do better, man. Yeah, we got to do better.
Bro, I'm sitting here thinking about. I was thinking about that, but I had to get that off my. I can't think about that because that stuff will get you a little upset. You know what I'm saying? But
Yeah, yeah, it will, bro.
It
Like
will.
that stuff will get you
how you
upset.
even fix your mouth to even do something or say something? The advertisement has already went forth. You already agreed to the terms of everything,
And you
Yeah,
understood.
yeah, for
and
sure.
and then you going all of a sudden cause whatever's going on in your life. Well, no, I can't do that no more. Okay, all right. Well, I ain't dealing with you no more. Period. That's it.
Bro,
If I ain't broke down on the side of the road, or no family emergency, like ain't nothing you can tell me to make it make sense.
you
Yeah.
know what? I'm saying her. I'm thinking about you talking about top first class experiences with people, right?
Right.
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 And this stuff is not just Chick-fil-A and Publix, but
Hmm.
speaking of Chick-fil-A and Publix,
Go
Facts.
with it, bro.
Come on.
Go with it.
they
Your pleasure.
yeah they on point
They
with
on point.
They
Yeah.
are.
even when they're because they're not perfect, they're human. So
Right.
Right.
and humans run it, but even when they're not on point, they on point. Because
Facts.
once you strive for your A game again and again and again and again and again, your off day is gonna be like somebody's
Hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Super Bowl day.
Yeah. Right.
Exactly.
You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? So, but I was thinking, I'm about just thinking about my life and thinking about
Hmm.
um, have I ever been around? I'm gonna tell you like this right here.
Hmm.
Um, God is very strategic
Mhm.
about what He do and why He does it.
Right.
Like when He made the human race, He was. I feel and think that I come from the house. It's just me. You know what I'm saying? Everybody got their own personal relationship. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? How they comprehend things. So I just feel and think that God is very strategic about why He made certain individuals with certain gifts,
Mhm.
Hmm.
when He made them,
Mhm.
the families that He connected them to,
Hmm.
the area of town He put them in, the
Mhm.
states, the cities, and all that.
Right.
So when I'm thinking about my family and about have I received that first class,
Mm.
God made sure I was around first class individuals even when they wasn't in my own home.
Mhm.
Hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Mhm. Mhm.
So when it
Wow.
comes to your boy with the mentorship,
Yeah.
it's something that he see in you that he needs, he wants, he's coming to you to get it.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yep.
You know what
Mhm.
I'm saying?
Yep.
Mhm.
So God, I feel like this is me. I be speaking from the house, bro. So God made sure that
Yeah.
okay, even something simple,
Mhm.
bro. Okay, your mom and your dad, uh, when they had you, they wasn't together. You're gonna need some type of male figure. Your
Mm.
mom married this other individual.
Mhm.
Now he's not 100% perfect,
Mhm.
Right.
but he's a male figure who you're around.
Mhm.
Okay, now he took you to a church,
Mhm.
Yeah.
and I was Peace Missionary Progressive Baptist Church in Tampa.
Hmm.
You know what I'm saying? We started going there. That's when we really started getting into it. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying?
Right.
I'm like, I was like 12 or 13. I was an armor bearer already.
Mhm.
Hmm.
So I'm already sitting in the pulpit. 13. I'm already uh, going over pastor's notes in the office.
Hmm.
Mm.
Reverend Leonard before 13, 14 years
Wow.
old.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm already having one-on-ones. He breaking down his sermon.
Mhm.
King James, old King James.
Mm.
They're talking about the leather crinkle. The
Right.
leather is wrinkled on the outside of the
Right.
Bible. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? So he breaking that stuff down, and
Hmm.
that's when I met my big bro Antoine Davis. Love this man of life. Um, him, Reverend King, Sean King's dad who played for the Bucks.
Mhm.
Hmm.
He was like the quote unquote big homie. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
The
Like he
OG.
Yeah.
was like the
Yeah.
OG, the big deacon. You know
Yeah.
what I'm
That's
saying?
what's
Like
up.
he always taking that out, especially me. Always hit me up, calling me, showing up to my school. So God made sure that I was around first class individuals,
Mhm.
even
Right.
if what I saw
Mhm.
wasn't first class. Not saying they, I'm just saying that He made sure that it was first class stuff around me, so I know how it looked like,
Right.
even if it
Exactly.
wasn't in front of my face at all times.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah. That's good, man. And I always say, man, exposure creates experiences.
It does.
You know what I'm saying? What you get exposed to will create the experience that you get to live out in your life. You know what I'm saying? So if you're never exposed to the good stuff, then you're gonna always settle for mediocrity. You know what I'm saying? If you're not exposed to, it ain't about being perfection. Like I said, excellence is not about being perfected, but having a first class experience. It's about how you treat people, the way you do things. Can
Right.
people count on you? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It goes beyond keeping your word. It's like, what are your actions? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Are they
man.
even lining up with what you saying?
Are
Oh
they
man.
consistent?
Are they consistent? Are they
Oh man.
dependent? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Yeah,
man.
Yeah.
yeah.
Bro, I got a question. So, and it's for both of y'all.
Yeah.
What was the worst experience that you guys experienced that caused you to give others first class experience?
Oh,
That is a good question.
I'm gonna have to put a bomb effect right there.
That's a good question. So you
I'll tell
said
you mine, but
what was the? I'm just
what
reading.
was the worst experience that y'all encountered that
Oh,
y'all have experienced that caused y'all to want to give others first class experience?
Okay, you go
dang.
first so I can think
I,
of.
I go first.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah, yeah, for sure.
so um, okay, I remember when I was at we was in Flavor Fest. This was like some years ago when I dropped the Black Sheep, and I remember, I was going we was going around, we was checking out different artists, building networking.
Yeah.
And I seen one of my favorite artists that I like. I was like, all right, cool. So hey, let me introduce you to him. So me and my partner, we go up, we're like, hey, this is such and such. I was like, hey, all right, man, hey, pleasure to meet you. Wouldn't even look in my eyes, wouldn't barely shake my hand. That was just
Dang.
like, why are you in front of me? Like, why are you even breathing? Type, why are you in my presence? Type of feel. I
Dang.
was like, no, I would never make nobody feel like that. And from that, like, I was already giving people first class experience from there, but that moment, I was like, I would never treat nobody like that because you never know when you're gonna need them.
Man.
And so I was just like, never again,
Dang.
bro. That was a tough pill to swallow.
I bet because it was somebody you looked up to.
And this was like,
Yeah.
bro, everything that I put in my music is experiences, bro, like real
Yeah.
life experiences. I don't
Yeah.
do no, hey, this is a dope storyline. No, this is my life.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Yeah.
Like, dude,
Right.
like, what is your attitude? Like, who slapped you and looked at you and like, do something?
Cat Williams said, "Hey, where was your antennas?"
What was your antennas? You know what I'm saying? I was like, dog. I was like, bro, like that made me feel away.
Cat
I had
Williams,
to walk
stupid.
off. Like, did that just happen? Like, I was puzzled, though. Like, this didn't happen.
Yeah.
No, okay, I'll get pumped. What a camera. Hey, hey, no,
So
no.
it was an artist that you
Wow.
was happy to meet,
Yeah,
and he was popping,
yeah,
and he was like, "Hey, how you doing?" And he was like that, like, oh, that's
bro,
crazy.
bro.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
Is he still
it's,
popping today or
no,
no?
bro.
Okay,
Well, he said that
No,
quick.
okay,
no, he
okay.
ain't.
Well,
Oh, he said
Nah,
that quick.
it,
Nah,
and
bro. Nah.
a lot of artists that used to do this, bro, bro, they done got a bitter, sour, just had
but
church hurt experiences. So it's just like they use that as an excuse not to serve God, and it's like, bro, that's people.
but
Right.
God is
I mean,
totally,
I know we talking about something different, but just to
yeah.
go there, just
Go
a
ahead, go ahead,
quick millisecond.
go
Is that
ahead.
is that even a time frame? Anyway, a
Yeah.
quick millisecond.
Do your
We
thing,
talking
pal.
we talking earlier about
Mhm.
having we talking about how it was a whole bunch of youth events back in the day, a
Yeah.
couple
Yeah,
years
yeah,
ago,
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
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 and now it's kind of hard to do.
Mm-hmm.
A
Hmm.
lot of artists, and I don't want to, because I don't want to be attacked on social media, but I'm just saying,
Right.
I know there are some Christian artists,
Hmm.
especially the new ones,
Right, right.
who on fire for God,
Hmm.
um,
Got that zeal and very
got the
zealous.
zeal, they on fire for
Yeah.
God. They got their home studio set up, they got dope beats,
Right.
but they don't understand it's more than just you making a
Mm-hmm.
video and spitting bars about Christ, but
Right.
Right.
about serving in your church.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
What about being in your community? What about being at your saying you're gonna be there at 6:45 in the morning and be there until 2 o'clock when everything's shut down? What
Yeah.
about going and cleaning toilets when nobody want to do it, picking up trash when nobody want to do it around the building? You know what I'm saying? What about praying for your pastor? You know what I'm saying? Stuff like that. So, what about going performing for free?
Oh, but that's a cuss word.
I know, like, I mean,
Wait a minute.
I mean, not free, just I mean, cause that's what it
I mean, that's
takes.
what it takes.
Cause everybody can't. That's the compensation exchange.
Yeah.
Right.
That's why you got upset when our girl sent you the invoice. Like, yo, you're not getting paid, but you're gaining something from that.
Yeah.
Uh,
It's perspective.
Proverbs 14:23. I think that. Please double check it. You know what I'm saying. I'm finna paraphrase. You know what I'm saying? All right,
That's
so
what you do, bro.
it says something. He says something on the lines of, all work leads to a profit, but only mere talk surely leads to poverty.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
You
Hit
know
that
what
one
I'm
more.
saying?
Hit that one more time, bro.
You know what I'm saying?
Yo,
So
you got to draw the bomb behind that.
you know what I'm saying?
For
So
real.
you gotta. All work leads to profit. You know what I'm saying? So if you're doing something, you're putting something, if you're pumping that energy out, if you're sowing something,
Yeah.
you're gonna reap something.
Yeah.
All the time,
Bro.
it's not gonna be paper compensation.
Exactly.
It could be experience that you get.
Experience,
exposure.
relationship, exposure.
Like you could be afraid to stand in front of people, and just doing it,
Yep.
it gets you more and more comfortable in your skin of you doing it. You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
Yeah, and it goes to say that, like, not to say that a person or somebody shouldn't be compensated for their gift, and you should, but you got to you got to be really truthful and honest with yourself in the spectrum and understanding where you are in the process.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because
Self-awareness.
self-awareness, yeah, and it goes back because like this generation, like if there's no compensation involved, oh, they gone, they ghost. You know what I'm saying? And that's the unfortunate thing and about dealing with this generation because there's a lacking of knowledge, there's a lacking of understanding, there's a lacking of so many things that make up the spectrum of success.
Lacking of opportunities.
Yeah, because all that stuff it brings opportunity. You understand? Because you got guys that's making buku, what we quote unquote buku money, and they still do stuff for free.
For sure.
For impact. So, and like my mentor said, no, there's there's nothing wrong with making a difference in a dollar at the same time. You know what I'm saying? But everything has its,
season and its
you know what I'm saying? Exactly.
Yeah. Let me tell you something about like when I at the New Year's Eve, I had a chance to minister with Paula White Ministries.
Yeah.
In City of Destiny. And shout out to y'all.
Oh yeah,
y'all
I gotta
so
go back
much.
because
Love y'all.
I missed the first part. I saw the other part.
So my partner, because we produced Shay's first single, Sent from Heaven. So Shay called me. He's like, yo, Jay. Love you, cuz. Hey, yo, Jay, what you got going on in this day? Hey. Oh yeah, okay. What hit X up? Cause he trying to find the artists, man. These artists tripping. They ain't even returning like calls, emails, none of that. Like, hey, say less. I go, hey, call me back. Let me know what he say. I was like, X. He was like, blessings. That's my dog, X. Love you, man. And so he was like, yeah, so yeah, we have this New Year's Eve, the ball's gonna drop and we're looking for an artist and we want to know if you want to do some songs. Like, bro, I'm in. It's like, great, man, thank you, because man, ain't nobody really been hitting us back like that. They ain't even responded, bro.
Yeah.
I was like, for real? He's like, yeah. I was like, all right, cool. Yeah. And I said, oh, great, man. Send me the songs and we'll try to incorporate it in with our set. And then, you do your thing afterwards. And, oh, yeah, we're going to pay you. Glory to God. You going to pay me? Yeah. He said, just send the invoice over. So the Lord immediately told me the number. I was like, okay. It's nothing over the head. It's what I would do, my normal local rate. So, and I look at that was a divine opportunity for me because everybody passed it up because they didn't hear am I gonna get paid first?
Right.
Like you ain't even open to see what the details are.
Right.
To go through the whole process
Right.
to something they already got in mind they're gonna pay you for. But because I ain't heard the ching
Right.
first,
Yeah, for sure.
Right.
putting the cart before the horse first,
Right.
I missed out on the opportunity.
Right.
So and what people fail to realize, once you sink in and hook in with people that really admire you, like
Mm-hmm.
the people that I was there, it's like, man, it's good to see you, man. You did great. This, that, and the third.
Right.
Same way with at our church during the Christmas play. You know what I'm
I'm
saying?
saying that was,
Oh my
oh
God.
man,
Bro,
boy, y'all
like
did that, but
like
that was it's like I don't. It's like how do y'all top
yeah,
last year's production and y'all
yeah,
do it every year? That's
yeah,
crazy, man.
Bro, it be honest. It be look.
Yeah,
That
shout out to
be
Haven Worship Center,
yeah,
man.
yeah.
yes,
That's that be
That's yeah,
that
man.
bro.
be
They
that
like
be.
the production, bro. It's like crazy. It's like every year, and I'm looking at I'm like, I'm one to try to capture the moment because everybody like wants to put everything on social media. You know what I'm
Right,
saying?
Yeah,
Like
for
right.
sure.
everywhere they
Yeah.
go, oh, you got to snap your food before you eat it. Oh, let me hold on, let me put on IG real quick. And your significant other sitting on the other side just waiting.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
But it was just like okay, it was just that good. I mean, I said okay, I gotta bite the bullet this time. 'Cause I gotta put my phone out and share this with people that ain't here on my platform. And I'm like,
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
but I did it for just for a little bit to capture what I need to capture. Then I put my phone back down.
Yeah, yeah. God,
But
Bro, it was
yeah.
crazy because people still like when I'm greeting at the door, just like, yo, you did great. Like
yeah,
even with the acting, you act. I was
like what
and
don't you do?
I'm getting into it. Like that's something I desire to do. And I remember last year, Brother Brandon came to me, but when Mom
Yeah,
passed, I just wasn't in the headspace.
yeah.
And then he asked me in October, he's like, bro, would you be willing to do the Christmas this year? And the Holy Spirit already told me, tell him yes.
Mm.
It's like, okay, yeah, I
Cause he
can
gonna
do it.
ask you.
Yeah, yeah. He was gonna ask me.
He gonna ask
But
you
see, see,
I
regardless.
felt it in my
but
sermon
that's
that I was
that's
coming.
that's the
But
experience you get.
For
Because
sure.
when people come to
exactly.
to a Boy Wonder concert or you could doing comedy, get my words right, or in comedy or impress, whatever. It's the experience that comes with that, right? You know,
That people want to keep experiencing
exactly,
over and over,
exactly,
and we take that for granted, bro.
right.
Like we don't even understand the process of what happens when we say yes to something that we may not be getting compensated
Hmm.
financially for,
Right,
but we getting compensated in character.
right.
We getting compensated
That's
in
good.
accountability.
That's good.
We
Yep.
getting compensated in being rich and other things
Hmm.
versus just money. It's just like,
Hmm.
okay, let's say if you do get money, right? What you gonna do with it?
Right.
If you don't know how to manage it, you
It's
gonna
gone
spend it and blow it.
anyways.
It's gone.
Yep.
Yeah, for sure.
So
Yep.
it's like slow money is for show money because you're gonna go slow with it. You're gonna
For
think,
sure.
what
Yeah.
can I do
Yeah.
to not only multiply this to where I could get back more, but
Hmm.
also how can I help somebody else with this?
Exactly.
You know what I'm
Man.
saying? The purpose
Exactly.
of it as it's not the source, but it's a resource.
Right.
And people don't understand that, man. And then when Brother Brandon came to me, it was like, yeah, I got you. He was like, yo, this is my idea. I think about you doing this. You remember Aladdin? Da, 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 da. I think about you in the marketplace. You telling her, no, you can't get this bag. You gonna get your money back. All receipts fine. I was like, just in the character. And I had to reshoot that. And that's the crazy part because we did it. He's like, bro, I'm sorry, but the footage got overwritten. We're gonna have to do it again. I was like, okay, cool. What's good for you? He's like, what's good for you? You know,
Right.
and like that's part of the process.
Right.
But I see the bigger picture, and I know where this is gonna
Right.
go, and I see how many
Right.
lives will be touched, bro. It's crazy.
Right.
The B2S podcast is brought to you by No Grind, No Glory Apparel, R8 28 edition. It's a reminder to stay strong, to be courageous, to starve your fears, and to feed your faith. Even when it feels like everything is falling apart, just know that you were born to stand out and make an impact. Head over exclusively to www.nogrindnoglory.net and grab you some merch as a daily reminder that all things work together.
Right.
Bro, you talking about Haven in the production, right?
It's
Mm.
crazy.
This crazy, bro. This crazy. I mean, it might not be crazy to y'all, but it's crazy to me.
Glory, glory.
Bro, we talking about everybody who the dancers,
Uh-huh.
the singers, Dustin, and
The
everyone who was
drummers,
singing, the
yeah.
drummers, everybody. Um, that's man, doing acting and art.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
but the things that we're doing, that's God acting. He pulling the strings.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's we.
Go ahead, bro.
We did the production, but God is working His production.
Mm-hmm.
He made us, so He's orchestrating what He wants us to do in that place.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right.
And you got to look at when you talk about
You know
orchestrating
what I'm
stuff.
saying? Like
Yeah.
He's like,
Mhm.
yo, we did a production, but it ain't us outdoing, or it ain't Haven Worship outdoing. It's man allowing God to outdo us again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like he's
Yeah.
allowing. Well, let me
That's
work y'all a
good.
little higher. Let me give y'all a little bit more ideas. All them
Right.
creatives in that place.
Right.
We got
It's crazy,
Brandon,
bro.
that whole bro, not plat on the back of the stage. I think it's on the left or the right side, dog. It's a plaque right there, and it says, "Thank
It's
you,
on the
God, for
right.
choosing me
Mm-hmm.
for this platform."
Mm-hmm.
And then Pastor Jeff would be standing right there, and he'd be ready to go out. And then I just be watching him, bro. Like God set the people in front of you.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
If you allow him, if your dad, don't worry. Your mom not there, don't worry.
Mm-hmm.
Your sister, no, your auntie not, no. If you allow him,
Mm-hmm.
he will set the people
Mm.
in front of you. They're not perfect people.
Right.
They're following a perfect person, and they're all in.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So what you see is what you get, and it's real.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
So Pastor Jeffrey right there, he making the shirt straight, and he'll look, and he just straighten out the
Exactly.
plaque on the wall, then
Mhm.
get ready to go out. You
Mhm.
know what I'm saying? Everybody who hit that stage, super creative.
Mm-hmm.
So God is like,
To the T, dog.
you know what? Let me
Mm-hmm.
turn y'all up some more.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Let me expose y'all. The more you open up to me, the more I'm gonna fill you up.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
Bro.
saying? So it's
Yeah.
just crazy, bro.
Yeah.
And even behind the scenes, Pastor was like, this is a lot of people first time, seeing something on this caliber. So give your all. Don't hold back. He told Charles, it's like, hey, I want more than that. Don't hold back. Like, give me you. And bro, and what we have to realize is the process through what I desire to do, right?
Mhm.
Acting. God presented the opportunity for that.
Mm-hmm.
Music. I'm already inclined. I'm already into.
Right.
Hey, can you come over here? Da, da, da. And people don't realize that the opportunities that you miss out on because you fail to read thorough with the details, the
Mhm.
fine print, as we
Mhm.
like to say.
Yeah.
We miss opportunities for God to propel us in the very thing that we desire and ask for outside of what we're in and what we're accustomed to because it's
Yeah.
not coming in the form of what we think it should look like.
Yeah.
No, you miss out a lot when you do that.
Yeah.
You prejudge
Mhm.
what you think it is, but no, it ain't that.
Right.
And this is the very thing that can prepare you to go into the area that you want to, but because this doesn't look like this, all as we like to say,
Mhm.
sauced up. Nah, I'm straight.
Right.
Nah, I'm straight.
Right.
You know
And
what I'm
then
saying?
not just that. I
That's
mean,
Right.
crazy, bro.
not just them,
Right.
bro. We talking about the people when they picking up trash.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Gene and his family.
Mhm.
Everybody around there picking up bottles and people them spilling coffee and stuff, and you know what I'm saying?
Team
That's
effort.
it's
Yeah.
team
Yeah.
effort.
Yeah.
So it's bro, when you have something like that, like
Mhm.
bro, who you think? Oh man, when Aaron used to, is it Aaron, right? He used to go and make atonement for the people.
Mm-hmm.
When he used to kill the goat or whatever animal that he killed, who you think cleaned the mess up, bro?
Right.
Mhm.
Who cleaned the blood up off the ground? Who picking up the sheepskin and tossing it out?
Mm-hmm.
That stuff matter too.
Right.
Matter of fact,
It's a team effort.
if people come up in your facility or in your house and they see trash and stuff on the floor,
Mhm.
before they even, I'm not even finna partake in what's on the inside. If I pull up and if I come to somebody's crib,
Right.
there's no cap. If I come to somebody's crib, bro, and I sit down and I see a roach crawl across the TV screen, I'm making the straight excuse. Oh man, my son, bro. My son ain't even here, but my son, bro. I gotta go. I gotta go get
Daddy,
pop.
I'm coming, son.
Yeah, I gotta go.
Ah.
I gotta go. I don't want. Yeah, but I don't want to partake in nothing.
Nah,
I can't.
you want something to eat? Nah, I ain't home,
I'm
son.
straight.
Nah, I'm
I
straight.
I don't want to partake in nothing because the atmosphere ain't been set for me to partake in.
Yeah.
Mhm.
That's good. Yeah.
Think about food,
That's
bro.
good.
You
Food.
can't be creative if the atmosphere is
Atmosphere.
not set.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. That's good.
You can't.
Yeah.
Like how can You can't be creative if the atmosphere is not set for the creative, and the people can't partake in their creative if the atmosphere is not set for them to be comfortable.
Yeah.
Especially if it's something new.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
A lot of people come to church on big event. That's why if any church is throwing an event, it's big. I don't care how small ministry is, how large ministry is, because somebody new might come there who have not experienced Christ, and they got to be on point.
Right. Right. And that goes back to even just like
first class.
I forgot first class,
the experiences anyway. It's like when people get you, what do they get? Do they get the attitude? You know what? Look, oh man, I got to go here. I got to go here. I got to go. One of the things, and I can only say this because I was one of those people. If you can't take me as I am, you can't change me. I was like, so you don't want to grow.
Yeah, cause that don't mean that. Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah,
so
yeah,
at the end of the day, your nasty attitude, you want to keep that.
Right.
Because that's hey, I'm from the hood. You know what I'm saying? It's just how we do. So okay, so you don't want to grow. No. So oh man, I can't accept that in my. Oh, so once again, you don't want to grow. Because once again, like I said, and I shared this beforehand, you know, a conversation with my mama sitting in the kitchen, and you know, we were just having this brief conversation, and you know, because I'm very particular. I'm very detailed.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? I'm not perfect, but I'm just detailed.
Blunt.
Blunt. Yep. I can be direct. So, and when you look at a lot of qualities of CEOs, leaders that are in charge of stuff, they have a great responsibility. Those are some of the qualities that they have.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Exactly.
Yep.
And so when I seen how God was taking me in certain places, and the thing I started creating startups and different things of that nature, it was like, man, you know, well, you know, you can tone it down. I'm like, well, you know, so we just, you know, and then blunt of the conversation, I'm just like, well, you know, man, this is how God made me. You know what I'm saying? This is who I am. This is the characteristic they gave me. I ain't changing for nobody. And it's like when I said that, it's like God just like I can hear like he's just like, oh yeah, dang, I'm like dang. Like real talk, man. We see, and I can see it. I'm like, I'm standing, I'm in her kid. You know, I had stopped by. I had stopped by. We just having a conversation, whatever. I'm right there, you know, in the kitchen in front of the refrigerator. Yeah. You know, we just talking. I'm like, well, mom, they can't accept me for who I am. I am who I am. This how God made me. They can take it or leave it. Yeah, I'm like, I'm like, I'm not being disrespectful, but I'm just like, this is a statement that I'm making, and I'm like, God was like, oh yeah. I was like, oh snap. I had toned that down real quick, but then
sorry, Lord.
He started talking to me. I'm like, oh snap. Yeah, you're right. Okay, yeah, good. Oh yeah. Because if I say I am who I am, then that's who I am. But I'm still becoming. And if I'm still becoming, I can't keep saying I am who I am because I'm still becoming a new person every day. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
So it's like, oh shoot, you got me.
and being married
check
too.
me.
What was that?
Being married too. Like
there's
no way you can be I ain't who I am and married. Nah, you that ain't gonna
right. Accept me for who I y'all cut it out, man.
Yeah.
Cut it out. Cut it out. And that's why relationships are at an all-time high as far as the divorce rate and failing, and you know, and it is for different reasons and stuff. But for the most part, I hear it. You hear that social media, and that's this. You can take the foundation of what those that went before us laid. You don't have to do it exactly like how they do it, but it's the reason they stayed married 20 and 30 years.
There's some things you can still take from it.
You know what I'm saying? That relationship, You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So, you know, how do you not better yourself for not just yourself, but those that are coming for you behind you, your kids? You know what I'm saying? Like, oh yeah. You know, if you know, I could be stubborn, you know, just like the next person. But once I find out I wronged you, then I have to go back and apologize. You know what I'm saying? I can't just allow my pride to overtake that because that's not giving you the experience that I want you to experience. Right. You know what I'm saying? I want you to be able to come to me and we can be able to talk and have a conversation without you feeling some kind of way.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Without you feeling like, well, he ain't gonna support what I want to do anyway, so why even bother? You know what I'm saying? It's like, what kind of experience do you want to create for your house? What kind of experience do you want to create for your kids?
And sometimes it all goes with your personality. For the most part, I come from
Yeah.
the house, bro. So I think that that's what I think. I think that for the most part, it all stems with your personality. If
Yeah.
you're not a real jokeable person, then you won't be known for your jokeable things. Like,
Right, right.
but if you're known for every time they get around you, the atmosphere is peaceful and calm.
Yeah.
Right.
Somebody gonna always want to be coming to you because man, every time I get around him, man, he just be chilling. Then I start chilling. Then your personality.
Right.
Yeah.
But bro, hold
It
on.
rubs off.
His question. Go back to it's your turn for the.
Oh man, I got a plethora of experiences. When he said that, I was like, which
Hold
one?
up.
That was a good question. That's what popped it off. Like,
Yeah.
yo, that's crazy.
I think it's
Yeah.
important, man, because
Yeah.
sometimes we can get lost in what we say we experience and allow that what we say we experience to keep us from growing.
Yeah.
And just like you say, that gives you an outlook on a certain perspective that you may not see because they may be able to show you, well, this is how I felt, and it was this. It's like, oh, well, I ain't look at it that way. So like when I was looking at 50 interview and it was talking about my girl that played on the park with Monique, and he was on the phone with Tyler Perry, and he was like, "Yo, I never told anybody, about not working," and it was like 50 was like, "Well, you never told anybody to work with her either," and then he just got silent. He was like, "I never thought of it like that,"
Mhm.
and it's the same thing here, you know. The perspective, man, is everything, and so that's what made me ask that question. Is like, what experience did you encounter? Because you still have to grow from that experience,
Mhm.
that bad experience, to even give people that first class
Yeah.
experience without it stunning your
Yeah.
growth.
Yeah.
'Cause
Yeah.
that's hard.
Yeah.
That's
And
difficult.
and I'll go ahead and answer my portion, and then you can go ahead and answer your
Yeah, for
portion
sure, for
because
sure.
we getting close to the time frame. So
Mhm.
I want to go over too long, but I'm just going. Like listen. I ain't called a shift motivator for no reason.
Yeah.
I mean, you talking about when I was building the brand and the company, when I was being mentored by one of the top speakers in the world, and it was doing our sessions and breaks and note writing and going back to the room. It's like, God, like this your. I didn't ask for this. You gave this to me.
Mhm.
This was a gift that I didn't even realize I had. So, but I do know that it requires a platform. It requires a business structure. It requires branding and all. I understand all that, but God, where do I go from this? You know what I'm saying? And it wasn't until I left that environment that God gave me the name of the company, Shift Motivations, and the whole brand became what it is right now. You know what I'm saying? So it's like coming back from loss after loss. How do you deal with that? You gotta learn how to shift. You know what I'm saying? You gotta take the knowledge and do something with the knowledge and let it take you wherever it's gonna take you. You know what I'm saying? So man, I've just when you talk about experiencing loss after loss after loss, it's like, man, I don't want nobody to feel what I felt.
Mm.
You understand what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
okay, I'm gonna shoot you one of a few instances, right?
Right.
And I'm not gonna mention the person's name,
Okay.
but the first year, well, I started doing this youth conference called Transformers, right?
Mhm.
So not knowing a whole lot about this type stuff, I'm still kind of young with the in the youth pastor situation, so and that just stemmed from another conference that I was doing, and people was coming up to me at the end like, man, yo, this was real dope, man. You gonna do it again, like, and then it just became an
Yeah.
annual situation.
Yep.
And so it was like I'm growing, and I'm like resources are limited, so I'm like, man, I need to get beefed up on the advertising. But I said, but I ain't really got the resources like that. So reached out to old dudes like, man, hey man, I got this youth conference, blah blah blah. You mind would you be, would you mind sponsoring the flyer for it?
Mhm.
And he was like, yeah, man, yo, bro, I got you. Like, okay, I'm like, oh shoot, that's it. Okay, good, let's go. Because I don't like asking people to do something for free, but if I ain't got it, I ain't got it. You know what I'm saying? So, because I didn't have no budget, so it was just like, okay, okay, well, I just have to do what I have to do, you
Yeah,
know.
for sure, for sure.
And so he was like, yeah. So did it. No problem. So second year come back around, hit him up. Like, yo, like, hey, bro, you know, we running it back, man. You still want to be a part of it? You know, same thing. Hey, when you know, when we do post and stuff, you know, we'll shout you out, you know, during the services and social media, flyer, everything. We got you covered. Like, yeah, yeah, I got you, bro. Yeah, I got you, bro. Give me X amount of time and I get it to you. Crickets. Time going. I'm like, yo, like, bro, you got that fly ready? Like, we ready? Like, we gotta, like,
Yeah,
we gotta go. Like,
yeah.
oh yeah, bro, I got give me X amount of days, I get it to you. Okay. And I'm not one to pester nobody. So if you tell me 3 days, I'm gonna give you 5 before I hit you up.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
Situation. Like,
That
okay,
extended grace.
dang. Like, bro, like, hey, like, yo, time, crunch time. Like, long story short, like that went on for like weeks. Because I gave myself a certain amount of time for promo. And so it started cutting into that, like deep. And then he stopped answering my text, period. I was like, okay, so I hit Dub up. And then that's when Dub went to telling me about this, you know, where I can go to kind of get some stuff done. You can do it yourself, go here, blah, blah, blah.
Mhm.
Look at that. Turned into a gift, bro. That situation turned into a gift.
Mm.
That we thank God
So I
for.
learned how to do graphics because I was mistreated. It's a lot of things I learned how to do because I was mistreated. So, and then this is what one of the things my mentor always said, and I've adopted that strategy. So I'm finna drop you some gems, and then I'm gonna close a lot and let you go ahead and take
Okay,
your
cool.
piece
Yeah.
out, man. Because it's gonna sum it up anyways. I don't even go out. I just understand that your boy done took loss after loss. So it's like
Yes.
when you get an experience from me, it's like I want you to experience first class. And if I wronged you, I want to make it right, point blank.
Exactly.
You understand what I'm saying? Um, so it was like I learned how to do graphics, man. I learned a lot of the secondary gifts that I've learned came from people not doing what they said that they was going to do for me.
Mhm.
And so it created a bad taste in my mouth that I didn't want people to experience that. So you know, but at the same time, I learned about gifts that I had that wasn't there. But you got to understand about gifts, and I don't want to go into that. That could be another podcast.
Yeah,
But
definitely.
even though the gift is there, it's still up to you to develop it.
Oh yeah, for sure.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
So,
Big time.
you know, to this
Big
day, I
time.
still do graphics.
Same
You
here.
know, I do them for our church. I do them for myself. I do them for other people. You know what I'm saying? So, but I wouldn't have never learned how to do that if I didn't have a bad experience. And I'm gonna say that to say this, and then I'm gonna turn it over to you, bro.
Yeah.
Is you because what people do, people will take a bad experience and then they'll say, I don't want to deal with that again, or they'll shut it off. So
Right.
you're looking for a relationship, but you don't built the wall
Mhm.
because you don't been hurt so many times. You know what I'm saying? But yet you want a relationship.
Yeah.
So I don't care how bad it gets. If you want a relationship, at some point you got to let that wall down. Go get counseling. If you need to go get counseling, go get counseling.
Yeah.
Seek consultation or whatever you need to do. But some people they don't have high expectation because they've been let down so many times. Well, girl or bro, man, I ain't gonna have no expectation, bro, cause I don't want to feel disappointed. Well, guess what? If you don't
Right.
have no expectation, then how you gonna go beyond where you are right now?
You
You know what I'm
can't.
saying? So
You
at some
won't.
point you gotta let that hurt go. You gotta deal with that. You understand what I'm saying? So
Exactly.
not saying it's gonna be easy, but if you want it bad enough, you'll make it happen. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? Sooner or later. So that's I'm gonna close it down with that, bro, because your boy done took I think we've all done took up a whole bunch of L's at this table.
Yeah,
Well,
it's.
trying to tell you, boy.
I want to say that the this one. I gotta.
Oh,
No.
brother went deep.
No.
Brother,
No.
bro, don't psycho. You remember them old toys with the camera? You just
Yeah.
go around cub with real quick. Which one I gotta use? Oh, this one. This is.
No, it ain't that. It ain't. But just real quick though, what you talking about? Having a being from you know me being divorced. You know what I'm saying? So
Mhm.
um that can happen when
Right.
you be afraid to try again. So
Mhm.
I've been working on. I started early working on what you was talking about, how
Mm.
counseling.
Right.
Yeah.
Pastor Murphy at the church, other guys,
Mhm.
men's groups. Um, I just refer my boy Antonio at the job for the book Five Love Languages by Gary
Mhm.
Chapman.
Mhm.
Fire book. I
Yeah.
recommend anyone to read that book, Five Love
Mhm.
Languages. So
Super
I've been
fire.
working on that because I want to get married again. I want to have a
Mhm.
family one day. You know what
Mhm.
I'm saying? So, well,
Right.
extended family because I got a son already. But
Right.
all right, that's out of the way. That's out of the way. All right, so I want to say, yo, this real deal or real spill. Yo, one day my dad called me, or two things to do with my dad. Both of them with my father. You know what I'm saying? My dad called me in the kitchen one day. My dad used to night owl. He sleep all day. He'll get up around 9 o'clock and be
It's a
tearing.
wrap.
We, my man had a refrigerator open. Ain't no way to chair. Just so one day he was sitting there eating his food and he just and this is when me and my ex-wife was living at the time. So he called me in the kitchen and he was like he always said Sid, I think something wrong. He just sitting in the kitchen. Sid. So I go in there. So I go in there. You know your daddy be calling you know your daddy be
Yeah.
calling you.
Yeah.
So my dad called me in there. I'm sitting there with him, and then he just started crying, bro. He just started crying, I don't think I never told him about this before. My dad was like, he was crying. He was like, man, he started apologizing to me. He was like, man, I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry I didn't leave you nothing, man. I'm sorry I ain't blah, blah, blah,
Mm.
man. I'm sorry I'm sorry I ain't do this, man. I'm sorry I didn't do that. And I'm sitting there, really don't know what to say, don't know even how to take it. But at that moment, that was the first. That was. It feels like if it was a jar.
Mhm.
At that moment, that's when I hit the 50% mark with fluid. I don't know
Mm.
what fluid it was, but it filled up 50%. I said, man, I don't never. So like weeks and weeks, that scene just replaying in my
Mm.
mind over and over and over again.
Yeah.
So I'm like, man, what was that, God? I'm like, God, I don't never want to tell my son that. I don't never want to have to. That's when I knew he was a real one.
Mhm.
When
Yeah.
you sit your son down and be like, son, I'm sorry I didn't do this.
Mm.
So I'm sorry I couldn't. I'm sorry I didn't hit
Mm.
the 6 figure mark. I'm sorry I just left. I'm sorry I didn't do what I said I was gonna do.
Mhm.
So at that moment, I was like, I never want to have this convo with my son. I appreciate my father for having that
Yeah.
with me. He exposed he was a man. It's
Mm.
now everybody look at the man as the six pack with the boom, with the bad girl, with the money, with the. What happens when you have to be like, yo, my bad, bro, I ain't do it.
Mm. Right.
You know what I'm saying? So that's when you real
Right.
that's when your testicles hit the floor. That's when they dragging. You walking, they just dragging behind you, like Ren and Stimpy. They just for real talk, real talk. That was the first one.
What an analogy.
That was the first one, bro. The second one happened with my father again. Rest in peace, my grandmother. Uh, she passed. I was living in Fort Myers. So my stepmom called me. She was like, "Yo, sad. I'm finna go talk to your dad because he was in the rehab and when they had him brandy wine. He said, "Yo, I'm finna go talk to your dad about your grandma, and he gonna want to see your face when I say less. I'm coming." So I shoot down to Fort Myers. He come out. He got on some Homer Simpson. My dad like cartoons, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Bro.
So and my son wear them all the time now. He got some Homer Simpson
Mhm.
night pants,
Mm.
right? And he had a Homer Simpson night pants on, blue shirt, and he had some gray socks on. He loved gray, thick furry socks. He loved those type of socks. So I'm talking to him, and then he grieving over his mom. You know what I'm saying? So we talking about grandma, and then he look at me, and then my dad was an emotional guy, and I think that's where I get my emotions from. I'm if some people be in the church, when they be praying,
Yeah.
some people be about to float.
Mm-hmm.
I need all the tissues. I'm crying, right? So he goes, said, and he look at me, and I never forget this, bro. He look at me, he started shaking his finger, he crying, bro, boogers, everything, teeth missing, all that. He shaking his finger, bro.
Break it down.
He
Break it
like
down.
said, "Thank you for what you about to do. Thank you for what you about to do. You the one." He said, "I promise you, said you the one. I promise you, said you the one. Thank you for what you about to do."
Mm.
And then he give me a hug, and then he just rolled himself back into the thing. He didn't say bottom and step mom nothing. He was just full. You know what I'm saying?
Mm.
So I'm sitting there like, I feel like I'm like, I don't know what you see I'm about to do, but whatever it is, I'm 100% for it now.
Mm-hmm.
Like I don't know, I got it. Like I don't know what I'm about to do, and half the stuff I'm trying to attempt, I don't even know how to do it.
Mm-hmm.
I just know I gotta do it.
Mm-hmm.
Period.
Right.
So just those two things right there, bro. When he told me thank you for what you about to do, like you the one, got it, gotta have a plan for my life, bro.
Yeah.
And so either you know how 50 say, get rich or die trying, bro. If I don't get it while I'm alive, I'm gonna die in the process. I'm gonna leave a blueprint or something.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Period.
Right.
Like my son was like, okay, man, daddy left off here, I'm finna pick up from here.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly.
So those two things, bro. Like when he said the first one, he was like, sorry I didn't do this. Like I don't want to tell my son that. I don't want to tell my son Rain. I
Yeah.
couldn't get the money. Rain, I couldn't stop eating, so I got diabetes. Rain, I couldn't control myself, so I got other children. Rain, I couldn't. No, I don't want to have that convo with my son, bro.
Yeah. That's
You feel
deep.
me? So
Yeah.
That's really good.
That's deep. That's good. That's a good way to end out too.
yeah.
Yeah,
My dog.
that was good,
So
man.
shouts out to all the fathers, man, who gotta have those convos. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Sometimes
It gets rough, man,
Yeah.
and
the moms
it's
too. Shout out to the moms too. Like,
yeah. Well, just shout out to everybody that's
yeah,
trying to make it.
yeah,
You
for
know what
sure.
I'm
Yeah,
saying?
that's what it is.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You just
yeah,
trying to make it, man. Just don't lose hope. And that's
Yeah.
one of my favorite messages I always have preached, man. It's like faith and hope is like cousins. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It ain't a direct hit, but they're correlated. You know what I'm saying?
Tell
So
you,
it's
man.
like faith can't operate without hope.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Because hope is the expectation that something's going to happen. Faith is believing that it is going to happen.
That's
You
the
know what I'm
anchor,
saying? So
dog.
in order for me to believe that something's going to happen, and I don't hope that it's going to happen because of the experience that I've had, then I just took the fuel away from faith.
Mm-hmm.
So faith has nothing to work on. You know what I'm saying? It's just like having a car without an engine. Yeah, I can't go nowhere without the engine. You know what I'm
and
saying? The
then you
car's
gotta
there.
make your body. You have to make your body react to the hope and the faith.
Yeah.
And sometimes you don't feel like it.
Yeah.
Like
Oh.
Dub, like you always joyful. Like how do we talking about? And then I know it's your podcast, bro, but there's one
Oh,
thing.
nah, you good, bro.
So Dub, give
It's
give
our
him
podcast.
give him two things, bro. Like when you don't feel first class, bro.
Mm-hmm.
How do you give somebody a first class experience when you don't today? Like yesterday, I'm in the hallway pushing the stretcher.
Mm-hmm.
Bro, my groin hurt. I done put a muscle.
Yeah.
Don't
Yeah.
talk to me.
I say,
For real.
God, today I am not feeling it. I'm not feeling it. But guess what? The AOD walked up on me. Hi, Cedric.
Yeah. Yeah.
God was like, oh, you got to choose it.
Yeah.
It's
You
a
answered
choice.
it.
You got to choose it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you just answered it.
it's a choice, bro. I choose to do that.
Yeah.
Why should I make them feel bad for something that they have nothing to do with?
Dang.
That's good.
Nothing.
That's good.
Yeah.
And bro, like even on my other job, it's more challenging. It is more challenging.
It's hot.
I have to walk away, and I have to conviction set in immediately.
Mhm.
So it's and the Holy Spirit, He really calms me down a lot, a lot, a lot. But it takes a lot for me to even get to that place. So
Yeah, dude.
if you get me in that place,
That mean a lot has
that
happened.
mean a lot has happened.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know,
Yeah.
you know.
Oh, I saw it.
Oh
We
yeah,
seen it in
when we had that.
Clearwater.
Yeah, I'm about to say.
Yo, it's in Clearwater, bro.
Bro,
Like soon as I walk in the building, boy, say run up to me like bro, like you gotta get your brother, man.
You gotta get
Oh
done.
snap! Yo,
You like,
But I ain't never seen you do him like this.
I know what
Like,
to
yeah,
do.
that scared me.
I know what to do.
because it's like, bro, because one of the
Oh,
things that
man.
really got under my skin is like, oh, so they can use a drum set, but we can't.
But don't
And we ain't even get
Don't
our
endure it, bro. Don't
our
endure
mic check, but
that
they got their
endure
mic.
it, bro. Don't
What?
endure it. Don't
Listen,
endure it,
that's not the only time that happened. I had another situation at the
bro.
store.
Don't endure it, bro.
They took an hour and a half. They were late to sound check. They took an hour and a half, dog, and everybody else couldn't get their sound check.
Who?
Nah, we ain't going there.
Yeah,
Never mind.
yeah.
Who was not
But-
who
yeah,
was not?
yeah,
more-
but just know
Yeah.
that happened.
Okay, I got you.
Why an hour and a half
Yeah,
sound
and,
check?
and then on top of that, oh, that ain't even worse of it. Yeah, and oh no, we got to get it right. We got to get it right. Da-da, you know that stuff that takes a lot. And then on top of that, the person that was doing the event tried to shade us on the time. So we was like, you know what? No, cause we ain't gonna do this. We had a good friend. It was like, no, you gonna blah 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 blah. I didn't have to fight that battle that time. They stood up for your boy. And bro, like I could share some stories,
I
bro.
bet.
That just,
I bet.
but those stories fuels more of the first class experience that I should give somebody.
Yeah. So that's just
So
like you were saying, at the concert, you can let your situation make you better, or it can make you bitter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like crazy, I'm working on switching them letters.
yeah.
Bars.
Yeah.
I love that line.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
That line is hard.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so
for sure.
yeah, it's a choice,
It's a
bro.
choice. Yeah.
And then I know every time I choose, I'm dying to my flesh,
For sure. Yep.
Yeah.
Because
and it's getting harder and harder to get me to that point.
Yep. Because when she walked up on me, bro, I think I had just re-pulled the muscle, stretched. Sometimes it ramps in the hospital,
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
and I'm like, man, God, I'm not feeling it today.
Yeah.
Like I said, God, I'm not feeling it today.
And that's another thing. Just being honest, bro. I ain't feeling it today.
Yeah.
But he will send somebody on your path to kind of
Bro, the
work on and
AOD
help.
walked up on me.
Yeah.
Exactly.
The AOD is like in a hospital. She's like the
Top.
top
Yeah.
nurse, right?
Mhm.
And she know me because I'm everywhere. I'm bringing all the IV pumps. Well, they all know me. I'm
Mhm.
everywhere all the time in the hospital. Can't hide. Everybody know me.
Yep.
I can't do nothing crazy because I'm being seen. You know what I'm saying? So,
Exactly.
she said, "Hey, Cedric, how you doing?" I was like, "What's going on?" And immediately when I responded different from what I felt, it dumbed down, watered
Yeah.
down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
And
So,
it has to
Yeah.
when you choose.
Yeah.
Because like I said, with my situation on another, like now you don't want to taint your witness. And that's what really keeps me. I don't want to taint my witness.
ooh,
Yeah. So that's impacting
Yeah.
somebody else so but they can react to what you respond to. Yeah.
Exactly. And I'm just
Yeah.
leave it there because we'll go into a whole other rabbit
Yeah.
hole.
Yeah. Yeah. That's dope. And I'm glad you said that because I was actually thinking it.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? It's like it's okay. It's like you
Right.
don't live in a perfect world. Well, you're gonna want to get up and go chase it every day. You're not gonna want to feel like like you on Clyde 10 every day, and that's
Exactly.
okay. But like you said, you don't want to spill that over on somebody else because they ain't did nothing to you.
No.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, but you got to make the choice to do otherwise. So,
Oh yeah.
well, good stuff, man. I had jumped right in, man. I forgot that, man. This is like the first podcast of the new year.
Oh yeah, for sure, for
Hey.
sure,
Yeah.
for sure. Yeah.
It's just to remind our listeners, man. We actually pre-record everything because our schedules are so crazy. So,
Yes, sir.
you'll probably get this in a couple weeks. From actually when it was filmed. So we just want to say, man, thank y'all for rocking with us. We just getting started, man.
Appreciate it, man.
For real.
Yes, sir.
For sure.
Yes, sir. The love is real. We appreciate it, man. We appreciate the feedback we've been getting back, man. Y'all keep them coming, man. We just want to make sure we're putting out good content and stuff that can make all of us grow. Because we're still growing at the same time. As we're doing this stuff. So, but we're gonna go ahead and we'll tap that on the next episode.
real.
about New Year stuff. So, but I
For
forgot,
real.
man. Then jump right into it, the
It's all
conversation.
Yeah,
You know what
good.
I'm
Yeah,
man.
saying? So,
it's all
but
good.
we'll
Yeah,
jump that in
Happy New
into
Year.
the
yeah, for
Happy
sure,
New
for
Year,
sure. Yeah,
everybody. And hopefully your New Year's is off to a great start.
Yeah,
So,
man.
Dub, you got anything coming up, man? You wanna share with the listeners before
Oh,
we get up out of here, man?
yo, I'm going to Colorado, son.
Oh yeah,
This
oh yeah,
weekend.
that's
Oh
right. Hey,
yeah,
you gotta go to
yeah.
Miami too, right?
Yeah, that'll be the 28th.
Yeah,
So the Colorado joins with KB, Zanti, 1K Few,
yeah,
and Evan Crowd. So I'm looking forward to that,
yeah,
man.
And
And
most of them boys from the hometown.
yeah, man. So
Zonti, KB.
yeah,
yeah.
Zanti and KB,
I think
Tampa.
Evan Craft too. Evan Craft from.
Evan Craft, I'm just not getting put on to him, so
Yeah,
I
yeah.
don't know. But the music that I heard on the promo videos is nice.
Yeah.
So got that. We'll be in Miami on the 28th. Then Orlando the 25th of February. Delray Beach
Hmm.
in February on the 11th, and then Jacksonville in March. So like the year is just really booked
Yeah,
and
that's what's
nice
up.
and full. So
That's good.
um, and we doing the concerts, man.
Yeah,
We making sure we have something one a quarter.
yeah.
You
But
know,
that's
so
good. Yeah,
That's
yeah,
good.
man, God
yeah,
good. I just got another booking on the 8th,
yeah.
so in April.
Hey, well,
So
you
That's
create
good.
that first
Yeah,
class.
yeah, yeah.
See what happens when you create a first class experience.
it's a snowball
You
effect.
become in demand.
That's true.
That's real though.
That is
That's
true,
real,
dog.
though. Yeah, yeah, it is,
That's real.
man.
That is true. He's like,
Yeah, yeah,
yeah, I'm gonna have to cut off right now, but
yeah. And
it's a good topic, man. I love it.
I know you got some
Yeah, yeah. I
stuff.
got
Yeah.
I got a little.
Look at
Yeah,
you. He's like,
Come
yeah,
on, come
I
on.
got
I got some music dropping February.
yeah.
Soon coming February
Mhm.
4th.
February a good month. That's my birth month.
Yeah,
Hey,
February 4th.
hey,
Yeah,
It's
February 4th, my
Pisces,
son's
baby.
birthday.
facts.
And project coming. Right now we doing last mixing, mashing on it right
Yeah.
now. That's coming April.
Okay.
And other than that, I'm focused on learning how to content
Yeah.
create and save out design company. So I'm just focusing on learning fabrics and tech packs and
Mm-hmm.
stuff like that because
Yeah.
I want to. I feel like I'm being called to go in that direction.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna just stop being scary. Yep,
Mhm.
I'm gonna stop being scary. Like,
Mhm.
you know
Facts.
what I'm saying? People don't want to do that. Don't want to
Yeah.
make that type of stuff. But sometimes you gotta move, like you said, move when you're afraid. So,
Mm-hmm.
and it's okay to step away from something. Cause I was trying to go to school for X-ray and blah blah. I felt this tug to go trying to go entrepreneurial.
Mm-hmm.
So, just going in a direction where I feel like I can be free, financially free, personally. I can
Right.
study what I want to study and not
Right.
study something just to get money. No,
Right.
let me actually put the money on myself and see what God do with me.
Yeah.
You feel me?
Bro,
So that's what I'm
that's
going.
that's
like
another
that.
podcast.
Yeah. Yeah. That's
That's,
dope.
that's
Yeah.
another podcast.
Yeah. Well, that's what's up, man. And but we gonna get ready to get up out of here, man. And yeah, I gotta.
Yo, what you got going on, man?
man.
Trying to get up out of here.
Yeah, you see that? Yeah, now I'm just skirt. This a jack move.
Well, man, I'm switching the gears on in this education market, man. So checking me out at the schools, man. So that's where I'm
good,
hiding
yeah.
out at right now.
That's good.
Yeah, that's where I'm hiding out right now, man. It's the heat being turned up right now. Yeah. The heat being turned up right now, man. And got some things in the mix too coming. Actually got dropped the ball on it, fellas.
What?
Yeah. So I was supposed to actually produce that. I got the PDF. The workbook is finished. So, but I just got to get the physical copy done. So that's not gonna take me long to do. So I created a student workbook
Okay.
actually. So yeah. So I got that going down, man. And don't forget to go out to the website www.shiftmotivation.com/B2S. Grab the copy of my latest book, The Blueprint to Success: The Student's Guideline for Successful Living. Don't be fooled once again by the title. If you consider yourself a student, that means you're a lifelong learner. So there are principles within that book that a student in education can get from it, and then also just somebody like ourselves, just trying to better ourselves each and every day. You know what I'm saying? Talks about how to build relationships, what to look for when you're looking for people that's on the same page as you, so you don't have to keep going through losses after losses. You already know what you're looking for before you even get there. A lot of times we don't know what we want because we don't take the time to figure out what we want. So I actually got some steps in there, questions you can ask yourself: what do you want? And building your squad, whether that's in a personal relationship or just friendship. You know what I'm saying? So just a couple different things like that nature. Yeah, yeah. So, but yeah, man, I'm excited, man. I'm last couple of weeks, man, I've been speaking to a lot of basketball teams, football teams, um, um, different things of that nature. So football is kind of wrapping up
Yep.
as a perspective, but people words gotten around, so I've got some calls, man, to come out and talk to a couple teams and stuff. So a couple schools, I'm still working out some stuff with, see what's gonna happen there.
Okay, yeah.
But and just excited, man. Got a new mentor as well. And it's crazy though. I'm gonna say this, and we're gonna get rid of that. Like actually, one of the strategies he shared with me allowed me to book a gig um, from me increasing my rate.
Wow.
Yeah, it wasn't no hassle, wasn't no bargaining, no hey, what could you? It wasn't none of that. It was like because
Straight through.
you go through that, you do what you
Yeah.
do. Some
Yeah.
of them you do, you decide on what you want to do. But it was like, what, I'm gonna try this. I'm gonna try this strategy he shared with me. Like, dang, like, dude, it worked. I told him I ain't tell you about that one. Yeah, we'll talk. Yeah,
That was
yeah.
dope.
I got you. Yo.
It's
Ten
like,
four, 10.
yo, but yeah, man, go to www.blueprint to www.shiftmotivation.com/B2S and cop that book, man. I got great reviews on it.
Yes, sir.
And y'all check. And we still got the Blueprint to Success mixtape streaming on all platforms. Shared by each and every one of us. So, they got the music portion. They got that fire, and I come with the motivational part. So get your blood pumping in the morning,
Yes,
and
sir.
or throughout the day. Whatever. So y'all cop that out, man. So,
Facts.
well, hey, man, it's been a great. Hey, before we, I just feel led to do this, man. But
All right.
before we head on out, man, do y'all got any parting words for the audience? I just feel led to do that.
Go ahead, dog. Do your thing.
Um, man. Hmm.
Any parting words?
Any
Words of
parting
wisdom,
words?
nuggets of wisdom.
Words of wisdom. Since we're talking about first class, don't allow your lack of customer service to prevent you from giving others a first class experience.
Boom,
That's fire.
boom, and there you have it.
Keep that going. In spite of how people treat you, don't allow that to overflow into your boat.
There you go. So,
Hold on. One thing too.
Yes, sir.
One
Come on.
thing too.
go ahead.
Come on.
One thing too. When you and um sometimes you're the one who doesn't get the first class experience.
Mm-hmm.
So don't just lash out and come up with your own conclusion when you don't get that quote unquote what you feel like you deserve from that person.
Yeah.
Let it sit. Put your foot in their shoe.
Mm-hmm.
Cause that's how you begin to grow. But maybe they
Yep.
had a bad day. Well, God,
Right.
what was this? What like
Right.
why did they say that?
Right.
Or and if you respond a certain type like that's just like if you come at me and you never do, but
Right.
if you come at me sideways and I don't respond at you sideways, you're gonna come at me differently.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Like your response, if you come up with a soft response, then you would get a like you would soften them up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like you would break
Yeah.
like you would help them break down. Like your response can help them solve whatever's going on with them.
Yeah.
Bro.
They might tell you what's going on with them.
And your
Yeah.
response
You know what I'm
will
saying?
Yeah.
and your response
Yeah.
will cause them to even apologize because they realize, wow, maybe I shouldn't have did that.
For sure, yeah.
You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying?
For sure, yeah. So just take it
Yeah.
for what it is. You know what I'm saying? Don't respond crazy.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Just because you didn't receive that first class treatment. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? And just take a mental note. I don't want to do that to somebody.
Yeah.
That's it.
That's it. That's what's
And
up.
everybody have their day, bro.
Right.
Everybody have
Everybody.
their day. Come
Right.
on, like
Right.
everybody have their day.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what's up, man. Well, hey, y'all got the word, man, to close this thing out. And that reminds me of, I heard somebody say, hey, give them the Chick-fil-A experience. I was like, ooh,
Ooh.
I want to steal that, but I ain't gonna steal that because you already did it. So,
My pleasure.
Yeah, I was like, yeah, we giving them the Chick-fil-A experience. Like everybody know it's pleasant. The line can be wrapped around the building, but you got your food in like a few minutes. And everybody,
I don't know
you
how
know,
they do
I
it.
don't know how they do it,
A lot
but they
less.
do it.
Yeah, a lot
Yeah.
less than other
I don't
restaurants.
know how they do it.
They
Bro.
run
I really
circles
don't.
around.
I'm telling you, man. And so, hey, give them the Chick-fil-A experience. Well, hey, man, that's us, man. We gonna wrap this thing up, man, and just always, hey, this has been the Blueprint to Success podcast. And remember to shoot for the top because the bottom is way too crowded. And remember this: if you think different and be different, you'd have an opportunity to live different. And once again, we'll see you on the other side of success. God bless. Till next week.
Yeah,
We'll
for
holler.
sure. I like you, man. For sure.